owned many businesses while he was active in the 1990s and early 2000s, including a cigarette factory and several hotels. The Balkan crime boss at one point was so powerful that Interpol stated that his organization had influence in Montenegro, Kosovo, Macedonia, Croatia, Serbia, Germany, and the United States.
This was short. I need more than that. Feminism is dividing this country? What the fuck? In South Korea, most men in their 20s and 30s oppose feminism? What the fuck? Finally, dude, the fucking based Koreans, like, Jesus. Feminism is dividing this country too. How about that? How about nobody's talking about how, feminism is dividing this country. Women are not offering coochie to the incels, okay? God, look at this beautiful dog. Oh my God.
Thousands are here today in Seoul protesting against what they describe as a growing anti-feminism movement in South Korea. Women fear that their rights are at stake because men are claiming to be victims of reverse discrimination and state that feminism has gone too far.
여성 성평등 삭제 말고 성평등 정책 추진 체계 강화하라.
In South Korea,
It goes so far in Seoul that men will sit in a designated pregnancy seating and prevent pregnant women from being comfortable. Wait, what? What the fuck?
Korea, a battle between men and women is spilling out onto the streets. Gender equality has always been elusive here, but a younger, louder generation of women is demanding that things change. This focus on women's rights was triggered by the global Me Too movement, which began back in 2017. As women across the world shared their stories, women here also stepped forward.
최근 연예인들의 성폭행 문제가 끊이지 않고 있습니다.
옆자리에 앉아서 허리를 감싸 안고
증거는 될 수 없지만 저한테는 있었던 사실이에요.
The allegations implicated politicians and priests. Actors and artists were named and shamed.
정말 부끄럽고 참담합니다.
Dude, this is the staple Japanese and Korean press conference where like 1,000 cameras are fucking blaring and they have like a million microphones in front of their faces where the guy says, "I'm deeply ashamed." Like I feel like I've seen this so many times.
정말 부끄럽고 참담합니다.
But as the allegations grew, so did resentment among some men.
이것도 페미니스트 분들이
Oh my god, they got the Andrew Tate. It fucking no shot, bro. No fucking. Remember what we were talking about yesterday when I told you, like there are just like dick riders for fucking misogyny out there that will just literally be like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck about what's going on. I just love misogyny. I'm just gonna ride it. They are doing Andrew Tate with like the same podcasting setup.
남성의 성기에 좀 집착을 하는 부분이 있다.
저는 얘네들의 발화 권력이 정말 무서운 부분이라고 봐요.
정말 무소불위의 권력이죠. 그리고 저는 이제 남성성이 거세되면 거세될수록 강간이 많이 일어날 거라 생각해요.
Lee Hyun-jun is 29 and works as a manager at a pet food company. At the height of the Me Too movement, he joined a group that opposes feminism. They call it gender harmony.
사실 그 당시에는 페미니즘이 근데 그 인기에 힘입어 남성들에 대한 매도, 뭐 조롱, 모욕 굉장한 많은 일들이 벌어졌습니다. 그래서 남성들이
Yeah, I'm really glad that Korean men are standing up against men being feminized. Bro, What are you talking about? Like this is like a Western invention that you have completely jumped on board with. Like, I don't know enough about Korean culture, okay? But in many other parts of the world, like the concept of like gender norms are very different, especially in like, you know, a place like Korea where androgyny is seen as like a positive thing, which there's nothing wrong with, for the record. But it's so odd to just be like talking about this on American boundaries, like on Western boundaries in general. You missed it when the guy said feminism causes rape. Oh my Lord. This might be true. I heard specifically in South Korea, feminism is an issue and they're all rad femmes. Apparently the feminists are called like humanists or something else. It's not seen as a good thing in Korea. I don't know who told you that. Meanwhile, women got slaughtered middle of metro station because they're female, lol. K-pop idols have been canceled in Korea for even mentioning the concept of feminism or reading a feminist book.
화가 나서.
What's androgyny? Literally look up like how pretty every fucking idol is and you will understand.
여성들을 멀리하기 시작.
Like from the perspective of like Western understandings of like the rigid binary gender norms, literally every fucking K-pop idol does not clear that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want you to understand. There is nothing wrong with like looking whichever way you want to look, but it's like weird to me that that's your idea of androgyny. I mean, does androgyny mean gay? No. It's like gender non-conforming. But again, this is very stupid. Oh, God. It's a very stupid concept because like gender identity is very different in every country. It's very different in the same country in different time periods. You know what I mean? So that's why people are just like, what the fuck? You're so wrong about Korean gender norms. I'm like, no, dog. I'm looking at it from like an American perspective, from the Western standpoint. As a naturalized Korean American, I think a lot of the resentment really boils down to they're hella salty that they have to serve in the military or serve the government in one form for 18 months. They can't really bitch about that publicly because a decent population will laugh at them. But I think the patriarchal society is sort of righteous when girls don't serve in the military. Don't you ever get tired of people not wanting to understand very basic concepts? Well, this is one that's like a hot button issue because K-pop stans are like, oh, I know everything about Korean culture, even though I live in fucking Iowa, and you're being racist to Korea right now because you even are like talking about it, even if you also personally recognize that you don't fully comprehend what the fuck is going on. Like, you shouldn't even speak on this matter. They get like really fucking unhinged. So that's part of the reason why they will get like, this conversation will go to a place that is like deeply and undesirably unproductive. Even though, yes, South Korea is a engineered capitalist right-wing dystopia where it's a, capitalism on overdrive. But the thing I'm mentioning here, the thing I'm trying to explain here is basically that like, the rigid gender binary, or our understanding of the rigid gender binary is like a contemporary Western understanding of the rigid gender binary, totally invented, totally new. And not only that, but also a lot of other countries don't even subscribe to that or have their own unique gender norms, right? Own standards of beauty, for example. So it's always funny when like you see someone in a different country talk about like very Western, very American podcaster focused topics. What I mean by that is like in Turkey, right? When I hear someone talk about like cancel culture, I'm like, bro, what do you mean cancel culture? Bitch, you get canceled by the government. Like you can go to jail. The fuck are you talking about cancel culture? Inflation is out of fucking control in Turkey. Your currency is worthless. And you're over here talking about like what dumbass Americans talk about when they like their conditions are very different. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like because of cultural imperialism, because America and like the neoliberal monoculture that America presents is so warm, it's so welcoming, and it's something that like a lot of people want to LARP as. People just feel like having these like silly arguments make them feel closer to Americans, I think, in a way. Like, yeah, Putin talking about cancel culture is a great example of this. You know what I mean? In the midst of like invading Ukraine. You know? That's why it's like weird to see that. That's why I find it very odd and very funny as well, especially when your own current contemporary culture does not fucking have American standards. So you're basically just LARPing as like an American dude bro podcaster when you're fucking complaining about this sort of shit.
그 상태를 보고 있자니 가만히 있을 수가 없었습니다.
Yes, the concept of gender nonconformity is anti-colonial. Gender binaries are colonial and rooted in white supremacy. Do you know what two-spirit means? Smile, smile. Yes, I do. And I know. I'm referencing that.
How are they being humiliated by women?
뭐 고추가 3cm니 뭐니 거기에다가 남성들은 모두 잠재적 강간 범죄자, 남성들은 하등 쓸모없는 존재.
What do you think the consequences of the Me Too movement were in South Korea?
네, 남성들이 여성을 믿지 않게 됐습니다. 그래서 미투를 당할 수 있으니까 하이힐을 신은 여자가 계단 아래로 떨어지고 있는데 거기에서 닿으면 미투 운동을 당할 수 있으니까 자리를 피해버리고.
And you mentioned false rape accusations. I mean, do you think that's a significant amount?
지금 많다고 생각합니다. 다른 나라에 비해서 좀 많을 수도 있다고 생각해요.
Okay, we've seen data though from the Supreme Prosecutor's Office that less than 1% of rape cases in South Korea are false.
그러니까 강간 무고가 1%가 안 된다는 말씀이시죠. 실제로 네 피해자의 증언만이 오직 유일한.
The vast majority of feminists in Korea are TERF, swerve, radfems, very different from feminists in the West. Brother, feminists in the West are fucking also TERF, swerve, radfems too. Okay. There's a lot of there's a distinct lack of intersectionality in white feminist back movements, okay? Trust me, that is not unique to Korea. It's not shocking to me at all though. It's just funny. It's like they're just like us for real is just the thing that I keep seeing over and over again. But yeah, a lot of people in the chat have mentioned that the Korean feminist movement is also not like this idealized like intersectional feminist movement, and they got a lot of unhinged ideas too. And this is like, I mean, these guys are obviously reactionary and out of control and silly overall and funny to laugh at. But someone brought up this 4 no's or no dating, no sex, no marriage, like women going their own way. Like there's like misandry abound in Korea as well, apparently. What the fuck? The 4 no's are no dating, no sex, no marriage, and no child rearing according to the movement. Marriage rates are plummeting in South Korea where wives are often expected to work. I mean, this is from, I guess it's from AFP originally. 4B is the feminist movement persuading South Korean women to turn their backs on sex, marriage, and children. I'm a straight woman who is no longer interested in having relationships with men, says Bonnie Lee. So like some feminists are what, doing a separatist movement? Women going their own way? Dude, this shit is so funny. That's awesome. Like they're trying to legitimately what? Craft fucking... Is it the current leader of Korea like literally an incel, by the way? Tucker Carlson returns? What the fuck? Oh, he's in his wood panel. Uh-oh, he's going to be extra racist. Okay, I can't wait to watch that in a second. I'm so glad we watched this Vice video, though. I'm really, really, really captivated by it. So much so that I'm not going to forget the top of the hour ad break, but I almost was about to forget, but you know, I'm a lot more careful about the top of the hour now. If you no longer want to see those ads, though, if you want an uninterrupted broadcast experience, all you need to do is subscribe at the top of the hour. This is a 3-minute ad break that's coming to you right now. Women go their own way, men go their own way, but everybody goes the wrong way at the top of the hour unless they're subscribed. You can also get gifted a sub. Is Hasan hella orange? Is my monitor fucked? No, I am hella orange because of the lighting at this time of the day. It looks like I'm in Mexico. I got the Mexico filter going. Hold on, I can fix it. Is that better? A little bit better? I think. A little bit better. Shutter speed changes. It's no different than the abstinence pack after the Supreme Court repealed Roe v. Wade. Yeah, that one is like feckless and silly and stupid, and most people laughed at it, though, so I don't know how real this is. A growing number of South Korean women are banding together to reject rigid patriarchal norms and vowing never to wed, have children, or even date and have sex. I've always felt that as a woman, there are more disadvantages than advantages to being married, says Lee, a 40-something professional who lives with her dog near Seoul. Okay, you don't have to fucking... I mean... Come on now, Associated Press of France. You just... Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Now she has even gone further, embracing the nation's radical feminist movement 4B, the 4 no's. No dating, no sex, no marriage, no child rearing. Yeah, they're femcells. Marriage rates are plummeting in South Korea, where wives are often expected to work, raise children. It's literally capitalism. It is capitalism paired up with patriarchal norms that is literally causing women and men to behave this way. This is so fucking funny. It will never not be funny that, like, oh my God, this is awesome. It's so fucking funny. Holy shit. Let's just blame the women to have choice. Great. Wait, what? If you choose to not do any of these things, that's great. But like, that's not going to stop me from making fun of you. This is MG Toe, but for women. And the main reason is because they want to be better at capitalism. Like, they want to do more capitalism. Like, that's it. My goal is always, just be normal. Just be normal. Just be normal. This is objectively not that. If you think that there isn't an issue with societal norms and the way people are existing in society, when you see movements like this popping up left and right, I don't know what to tell you. It is important to remember that class society creates patriarchy, not the other way around. Yeah. Yeah, and the mention of the lives with her dog as a 40-year-old is absolutely a picture that they were trying to paint there, for sure. In the marriage market, your previous life and your work experience don't matter, explains Lee, who has 2 master's degrees. For some ridiculous reason, being highly educated also becomes a minus point. What matters the most as a potential wife is whether or not you are capable of caring for your husband and in-laws. She has witnessed well-educated friends hitting barriers at work and experienced problems at home after having children. Such difficulties are the subject of a recent hit film, Kim Ji-young, born 1982. Based on a controversial feminist novel, it centers on a married South Korean woman who has quit her job and struggles to raise her child with limited support. Women viewers rated the film an average of 9.5 out of 10 stars on the South's top search engine. Men gave it a 2.8. A growing number of women are turning their backs on the traditional expectations of South Korea's male-dominated society. Uh-oh. I can't wait for the fucking dumb motherfuckers in, like, Western PUA, the manosphere, to get a hold of this. Oh, man. I think it's just femcells versus incels. I have a Korean American and Korean friends in Korea, and they Slay white, black, Latina chicks that moved there for the K-drama, K-pop dream. What? Slay? What the fuck are you saying? Korean women have the burden of taking care of kids, husband, and her husband's parents. Is a lot to ask. Wait, did I fucking run the top of the hour ad break after that fire segue that I delivered to you? No, I did not. I forgot again. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Thank you for reminding me. I don't think a Westerner realizes how women are treated in East Asia, Korea, and Japan. Women are often viewed as property here. It's not capitalism. It's women getting treated like shit by men. What's wrong with wanting to be single? Like what? There's nothing wrong with wanting to be single, but when men are doing the men going their own way, there is a serious issue. It's literally the same concept, just on the other side. You're just looking at it and saying, oh, it's a defensive posture, and it's totally valid because it's women who are oftentimes subject to ridiculous patriarchal violence. That's the problem. So, like, you know, there's no issue with choosing not to participate in this. It's not the same. Okay. If you cannot comprehend how sad it is that women are very openly stating that they would rather, like, they are choosing to join a movement where they're saying, like, I don't want to fucking participate in dating. I don't want to participate in any kind of, like, cohabitation with men so that I can thrive in the fucking workplace. I don't know what to tell you. It's the same exact principle behind men too. The only difference is that men can get away with making that choice because we live in a patriarchal construct. We live in a patriarchal society. But both are still symptoms of capitalism. Okay? Do you understand? It's still ridiculous. No matter which way you cut it, it's an aberration. It's a clear demonstration that there's a problem. Okay? We are supposed to be able to cohabitate spaces. You're just doing it from, like, I guess, the woke side. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, well, this is marginalized people. I have talked about black separatist movements and my criticisms of said movements, for example. I think that is, you know, it's a defensive posture, but it's still not a smart one. It's not a valid one. Society should be moving towards working together. Hyper-atomization is another negative byproduct of capitalist, hyper-individualist societal organization. Okay? It's very weird for me to have to make this point to a group of people that should be better at understanding. Law patriarchy existed before any organized government, Hasan. Yeah, no. Go ahead. Explain to me how it's actually natural to live in patriarchal formations, even though there are plenty of, you know, different forms of social organization. Take literally any fucking anthropology class and you will understand that concept. It's pretty super basic. But explain to me how, even if it was literally something that we had in perpetuity, how the, you know, appeal to nature fallacy is actually the right way to live. Literally, as you are on twitch.tv. What is natural about your fucking dingus ass existence, you weirdo? You are currently sitting in an apartment, literally communicating with someone thousands of miles away, most likely, via the internet. Our entire existence is about overcoming nature. That is why it is a fucking idiotic fallacy to try and appeal to nature when we're talking about, you know, human cohabitation. Anyway. It says there are about 4,000 followers. It's 52 million. It's like the happy science movement. Oh, okay. That actually makes no sense. If there's only like fucking 4,000, there's no official size of the 4B movement, but his members say it has at least 4,000 followers. Why the fuck is this an article, dude? I mean, that's a lot of fucking femcells, but still. Like, that's nothing. What year is this article from? Oh, it's from 2019. Meanwhile, a separate feminist YouTube channel that features boycotting marriage and child rearing has more than 100,000 subscribers. Lee has also adopted some of the tenets of Escape the Corset, a movement against South Korea's strict beauty standards. Some adherents have shared viral videos of themselves smashing their makeup collections. My life is not your porn. Female protesters rally against spy cam porn? What the fuck? Whose victims are mostly women, cases of sexual misconduct. Oh, this is like, this is the same energy as Japan. That's what it is. It's like, it's the weird fucking psychopathic perverts, doing upskirt photos and shit like that. Yeah. I linked it because that's what the incels are reacting to. You don't understand, Hasan. Almost all the love hotels in Korea are spy cam bugged. The final straw for Lee came last year when a progressive male politician who used to proclaim himself a feminist was convicted in jail for raping a female aide. Holy fuck. I realized this society is a system that I cannot accept as a woman, and from then, any encounter with men, be it marriage or dating, became meaningless to me. Yeah, we're sick, man. We're fucking sick. This is a sick society, okay? With many fucking gender-based violence scars that have not been healed. Chad, I think Hasan is saying that separatist movements are highly unlikely to lead to positive change. Separating yourself from every man for the sake of gaining more rights is unlikely to get you more rights. Separating yourself from men simply because you want to is totally fine. But expecting it to be the politically powerful statement is a bit silly. Is it close? Yes. Oh, it's unproductive. Just like, you know. Your take is really disgusting, bro. It ignores their current situation. It's like you're telling them to fight capitalism instead of men when capitalism isn't their current issue. What? They don't specifically say they're doing it to be better capitalists. They're separating themselves from the patriarchal standard, calling them dumb for being voluntarily celibate instead of dismantling capitalism is stupid because fighting capitalism is impossible from their current condition. Okay, have fun with that is what I say to you. Okay? Yes, I am disgusting. Then I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, no, you're right. It's not. Capitalism is not an issue. You're right. No, totally. When someone says that, like, men in positions of power have dictated the standards that, like, every fucking Korean woman has to sit at home and take care of their partners, and that when they get pregnant, they get fucking fired. That has nothing to do with capitalism. That's totally something separated. You're right. Not their current issue. Yeah, okay, dude. No, go ahead. Have fun with being a femcel. I don't know what to tell you. No one called them dumb? No, I did. I think this is dumb. This is not a fucking adequate solution for anything. And also, not only that, but I do think that this is a symptom of a fucking diseased society. Like, that's it. People are behaving like, yeah, people are, it's socialism or barbarism, and people are choosing increasingly to be barbarians. They're choosing barbarism over socialism every fucking time. The less likely it becomes to imagine a world that is rid of capitalism, the more people lean on like hyper-atomization. Closing yourself up to 50% of the population is not sustainable at all in any way. What the fuck is wrong with chatters? Then call it virtuous. A disease society that can only be solved by wiping all humanity off of the face of the earth. We are the parasites. Okay, calm down. Bro, Red Scare propaganda went so hard all around the world is crazy. I mean, South Korea is a CIA client state that we designed, so it's not shocking to me that in such a short period of time and since its inception, since it like turned from a brutal military dictatorship where you could be literally executed for being a communist, being outed as a communist, to a 3 chaeballs in a fucking trench coat country, similar, not dissimilar to the United States of America, as a matter of fact. That evolution happened in such a short time frame that it is no shock to me, at least, that these are the kind of regular externalities that were going to occur. Like, it's literally... It was bound to happen. You know what I mean? What the fuck is hyperatomization or whatever that word is? Atomization, like separating yourself into smaller subgroups. Yoonji Hye, a 24-year-old YouTuber, feels South Korean women are often expected to be passive, childlike, and bubbly, as well as attractive to be desirable. She has fully embraced escape the corset, cropping her hair short and going barefaced, shunning the country's booming beauty industry. I used to spend hours mastering makeup techniques, watching YouTube videos, and spend about $200 on beauty products every month. Her ex preferred her with long hair and did not support her feminist inclinations. Now also a 4B member, she does not miss dating or sex, explaining there are other options and ways to please yourself.